Hey guys, also welcome to another video of mine, Squad AA, and this is your review for the Chelsea versus Dynamo Kiev game, which ended 3-0 to the Blues, and yeah, one of the best performances of the season, by far the best performance in the Europa League, and that was wow. I mean, unbelievable. I mean, we were so fantastic. Before I get into anyone, that was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. We played so well, and it could have been more. It could have been more, should have been more, could have been 4-0, 5-0, but we'll take the 3-0. The tie is done and dusted, in my opinion. It's game over. If we get an early goal in Kiev, Kiev have to score 5. In my opinion, the game's undusted. And in the second leg, we can throw the kids out there, stick the strong players on the bench just in case it does really go tits up. But we've already got 1 foot in the quarterfinals. I'm very, very happy, delighted with the performance, absolutely chuffed. But before I do get into review, let me get into lineup. Now, obviously, a lot of people on social media, including myself, were really unhappy with lineup. I thought lineup was a disgrace, in my opinion. But, you know, kudos to Sarri. He was fantastic. I mean, he put the lineup spot on, in my opinion. In goal, Kepa Arrizabalaga. Fullbacks of Davide Zappacosta and Marcos Alonso. 2 centre-backs of Andreas Christensen and David Luiz. 3 midfield of Jorginho, Ross Barkley, and also trying to think, we had Jorginho, Ross Barkley and Mateo Kovacic, and then we had the 3 midfield, 3 up front of Willian, Pedro and Olivier Giroud. And I thought, you know, at the first 15 to 20 minutes we weren't that good. We didn't really have the cutting edge, we couldn't really break through them, the movement was poor, Giroud very static up front. I thought the movement between the midfield and the front 3 was really static. There was no movement. The Willian and Pedro were really poor, especially Willian in the first 15 minutes, really poor. He couldn't really move around the ball, kept losing the ball, kept losing possession, couldn't dribble around enough. But as soon as Pedro got that goal, a beautiful worked goal, the ball comes in, Pedro dribbles past a couple of players, links up, and then Giroud to flick it around the corner. Pedro slotted through legs, and I'll be totally honest, I'll be brutally honest, Pedro should have got a hat-trick in that first half. I mean, how he never got a hat-trick, I mean, it's unbelievable. It's crazy. The guy was on fire, phenomenal. But yeah, that's the thing. A good winger, Pedro is a fantastic winger, but a world-class winger would have got a hat-trick in that first half. Fantastic performance from Pedro, especially Olivier Giroud. Olivier Giroud in that first half was elite, in my opinion. The movement to be able to move around, I can tell in training what Sarri's working on. It's another part of Sarri ball is the diagonal movements from the strikers and from the front 3, the way they intersect. We're definitely working on that, and the way that the fluidity of the football is moving so well. It's majestic. It's beautiful. I mean, the football, the way we're passing out from the back, playing those triangles, transitioning quickly from defence to attack. I mean, it was majestic. It was beautiful. Me even talking about it makes me so happy. I could go on it for hours and hours about Sarri ball. It's beautiful. This is why we have to believe in the process. Good things to come. Yes, you can say it's Dynamo Kiev, but we've seen in the last few recent results really picking up now. That's 3 wins in a row now. Fantastic result. And yeah, we're finally turning a corner now. So it's just really, really good. Another foot in the quarterfinals as well. Let me talk about the main man, Callum Hudson Odoi. Now, we're all disappointed that he didn't start, of course. I was disappointed. But fair fucking play. This guy, I want him starting against Wolves. I hope he starts. It's probably unlikely, but luckily he did get 12 minutes under his belt. And he didn't really get much of the ball. The first time he did get the ball, the link up between Ruben Loftus-Cheek when he came on and Callum Hudson-Odoi was phenomenal. The link up was so good. The way that Loftus-Cheek ran round the corner, right, dribbled past 2 players on one of his powerhouse runs, literally cut it back, slotted it back to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Callum Hudson-Odoi had one thing on his mind, slot it in. He finessed it into the bottom corner, wraps up the game. The tie is done and dusted. He gets another goal under his belt. He's now got 4 Europa League goals, if I'm correct. I think he's up there as one of the Europa League top goal scorers. And how many minutes has he played? He had 12 minutes tonight, and yet he barely starts. I mean, this guy is phenomenal. They always say when a player comes on, he needs a good few minutes to be able to adjust to the game, get up to speed, etc. No, this guy is phenomenal. He will be world-class in the future. He's got so much potential, got bags of potential, and we need to do everything in our power to keep him. I hope that he does sign a contract, but we need to play him more. That's the only way. We need to play him more. He came out in an interview saying it's an honour to play for this club. He loves this club. He's been here since he's a little boy. He loves this club. He's a Chelsea fan. So we have to play him, and he will sign a contract. It's that dead simple. Now, I don't know if the board are telling Sarri, you know, don't play him until he signs, or Sarri's just being stubborn, doesn't want to use him, or it's because Pedro and Willian are on high wages. The board are demanding Sarri to use Pedro and Willian more. We don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We can't really point one finger. We can't say, oh, let's blame this guy, let's blame this, let's blame the board. No, let's blame Sarri. Look, at the end of the day, just be grateful that Hudson Odoi is playing. I thought it was fantastic. Pedro as well, like I said, he should have had a hat-trick in the first half. I'll be totally honest. He should have had a hat-trick in the first half. Luckily, he did get that goal. Going into that tunnel, 1-0 up, it was a shame, but the performance was fantastic. Like I said, Giroud with the elite movement. But the second half, we had a bit of a shaky moment, especially towards the 80th to the 85th minute, a bit of a shaky moment, especially in the first start of the second half. But N'Golo Kante coming on as well in the 60th minute. Fantastic work by him. I mean, he's turned into a phenomenal player, N'Golo Kante. The way that he picks up the ball, he turns his man, and he just drives on these crazy runs. He goes on these massive dribbling runs. He's fantastic in that box-to-box role. He's designed to be a box-to-box midfielder. He's not a DM. He's a fantastic midfielder, and he's quality. He's simply world-class, I'm sorry. He's a fantastic player. Good to give Eden Hazard the rest, in my opinion. I think that, Eden Hazard has played a lot of games recently, and yeah, he just needs to give his hamstring a bit of a rest. Obviously, like I said, he came out in an interview saying he doesn't want to aggravate the pain, etc. He's played a lot of minutes recently. He struggled against Tottenham, did decent against Fulham last Sunday. But no, I'm really, really happy with the performance. The performance was fantastic, and even with Eden Hazard, nice to give him a rest. He's going to be all fired up and energised for Wolves. Also, Higuain as well, lovely rest for him. Giroud playing a full 90. It's really good that Giroud is picking up form as well, so if we do need a plan B, etc., Giroud is that perfect plan B. I've got to give credit to Giroud because I'm not his biggest fan. I was critiquing, but tonight he was phenomenal. He was fantastic. I can't fault Olivier Giroud one bit at all. Marcos Alonso as well, I thought had a decent game. Didn't really have much to do, but decent link-up play, moving around nicely. So it's good to see that he's slowly picking up his performances. Zappacosta was bang average in my opinion. I don't think he had any impact on the game whatsoever. He's worse than Marcos Alonso. Some of his passes were off, kept misplacing 5-yard passes. He's just a bang average player. I'll be brutally honest. I know I sound like a prick, I do, but he's just a bang average player. He's just not good enough for this club, and hopefully we can cash in on him in the summer. Now, obviously, Christian David Luiz in the first half, the balls he was putting, the peaches, it's beautiful. Left, right, centre. He's by far the best ball-playing centre-back in the world. Hands down. Don't bet your nan. He's fantastic. When he's on song, he's one of the best centre-backs on form. And I'm happy, he's got the leadership. He's been in this club. He knows what it means. The way that he sprays those balls. He's a fantastic ball-playing centre-back. And also organising that back four. Every time David Luiz is not playing, there's a jigsaw missing. Always the back four's a bit shaky and mismatched, etc. But Luiz, he organised that defence. And I think it's fantastic. I think Luiz is fantastic. We should give him one the extension of one being on this. He's one of our best centre backs. And no, he's quality. He's absolutely quality. Had a fantastic end tonight as well. Christensen alongside him, learning the traits off David Luiz was also very, very good tonight. Decent performance, winning those 50-50 duels. Same with David Luiz as well. Kepa Arrizabalaga, very, very commanding in the box, grabbing some balls, etc. Didn't really have much to do. It was more of a spectator, if I'm being honest. But that 5-minute spell, he had to be really, really focused. So it's good to get a fantastic clean sheet as well. Clean sheet is really important. The fact that we didn't concede an away goal is also a massive bonus. Is a huge benefit because now the tie is pretty much wrapped up. If Dynamo Kiev did get an away goal, it would put the tie in jeopardy. It would put the tie in danger. But the fact that they got no away goals means that we've already got 1 foot in the quarterfinals. It's going to be really, really good now. I'm very, very happy with the performance. I'm very happy with the team. I was disappointed with the team selection, like I mentioned earlier. I'm sure you guys were as well. But, Sarri did redeem himself by putting on Loftus-Cheek. Hudson Odoi. Also with the Loftus-Cheek thing, he's got a bit of a back injury. We don't really know exactly to the extent of the back injury, but hopefully he does get more minutes against Wolves, if not starting, hopefully. Hudson Odoi, I want him featuring bare minimum featuring in that Wolves game. And Higuain's all pumped up. He got a rest. Hazard got a rest as well. And yeah, Jorginho was also getting a nice rest. 60th minute coming off for N'Golo Kante. Kovacic moving in back into that registered position. Kante to his box-to-box. But yeah, like I said, Dynamo Kiev didn't really pose a threat. They couldn't really counter our methods. They tried to play out from the back. I don't know why. It was a bit of suicide. We were able to, play between the lines, move between the half spaces. Pedro had a fantastic game. Willian off the ball movement was fantastic. Work rate is fantastic. And a beautiful free kick by the main man. It was a really, really nice free kick. The exact carbon copy replica of the one in 2015 in Champions League. Beautiful goal. Same position, same corner, same wall, same shirt of players. It It was beautiful. So fair play to Willian. Really, really lovely free kick from him. But yeah, that is my match review. If you did enjoy this review, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're new around here, and comment down below your thoughts on the game. And I'll see you guys for my next video. Peace.